Alright, for this one I want to take a look at 8's trailer video. He's releasing tomorrow, but we have no info so far. So I just want to see what I can take away from this video. I also want to go over what I'm looking for in a character video, how to put them into context, and how I think about 8 after going through this video. So first, let's just get started looking at things. Okay, so you can see here, these are the passive that's going on. If you can read Japanese, you can follow along. If you can't, well, don't worry about it. So yeah, 8 starts with 2 buffs, so that's probably EX plus effect. One of this is Phantom Rush. If you play Type 0, 8, Phantom Rush is basically a perfect dodge. And you can see his skills here. The first skill is his Thunder Form or Quick Bolt in the localized version. The second skill is his Last Stand Rush, which probably gives him another buff, and then his EX. I need to be careful not to let that pop up. And his EX is Phantom Rush. So we can see passives here. They have Ifrit equipped. The passive that's going on is Buff Boost, Buff Attack. This one's probably his C50, which is probably a stat buff while buffed. What else does he have? Buff attack speed and buff attack boost up. So that's probably his C54 and 58 respectively. One thing to note is that in these showcase videos, they don't usually show the C68 skills, which in a lot of cases can be either a 20% stat up for 2 stats, or a 10% stat up for the entire party. I have no idea why they don't show up here, so yeah. As for this party, it's Rem and Ace. They both do not have their EX weapons. Rem is providing a 20% attack aura, so keep that in mind when looking at his damage output, but not knowing how much defense the enemies have, and like the break bonus is not much to go off of, it's kinda moot. Alright, here we can see a few more passives. The extends, these are probably the weapon passives. And here is the fun one here. These are the EX and EX plus passive. This one's kind of hard to read, but I read Phantom Rush, Break Side Blow, Brave Hit plus Force Advance. If you don't know what EX plus is, that probably means nothing to you. So don't worry about it. So he's using skill 2, Last Stand Rush, I suppose that's how you translate it. So what you can see here is that he gets a buff. His max brave went from 23k to 27k, so that's probably a buff. And he gains this buff of Last Stand. I think I already said that. If you don't know, Last Stand in Type 0 for 8, it basically gives him a pseudo berserk stance. Basically, he gets attack, up, and haste, I think. And then he basically is getting one-shot range, so I'm expecting some sort of similar mechanic to Renault, where he takes increased damage, probably. So that's 5 hits. That's 40k out of 27k, so that's probably a 150% overflow, which is par for the course at this point. Okay, and here is something that I want to bring attention to. Alright, look here. That's the EX recast. Okay, go away please. Okay, this EX recast after one skill is almost half full. Okay, so first, I should probably point it out, he had 6 and 6 skill uses first, using one skill making 6 and 5, that's pretty obvious. And then his HP plus changed to this light speed jab here. So, but after one skill use, his EX is half charged. So, which means after getting his EX charged, they can use his EX with one skill and one HP plus or Brave plus, most likely. So that's good, despite that his inherently low skill uses. And also, he had 2 skills to start with, and then he gets a 7-turn buff off the Last Stand. So with the last stand and the first buff active, his HP changed to his HP plus changed to Lightspeed Jab, which so let's just see what happens next. Alright, Brave Plus is 8 hits probably. And then afterwards, that's the immediate next turn. After using Brave Plus once, I suppose the Lightspeed Jabs change to the Plus version, and it's a Brave game, 2 hits, a bit of overflow, that's probably 120%, and instant turn. We start with 6 uses. Okay, that's probably too far back. We start with 6 turns and then we end with 6 turns, so that's an instant turn. And that raised his EX by a little bit. And one thing to note is that instant turn attacks for Brave or HP variants, they don't actually raise your EX gauge, so watch out for that if you're planning on charging your EX with stills. So, and then I'll go back a little bit. Come on, work with me. Okay, let me just... Right. And then his Lightspeed Jab Plus inflicts a defense down of unknown potency right now, but that's still pretty good. Okay, so that's his skill 1. He got a bit of... So he got a 10k breaking into 2 hits. And he gets the quick bolt stance, and also here you can see that he has the passive ability speed high. This is something that I'm going to most likely unequip because that's actually going to lower his action delay, which in turn actually slows down his EX recast. Okay, so yeah, so that's his 2 base skills and his basic variants. So now it's a different fight, and he actually has the 2 buffs from Rem. And I think this is, yeah, I think Rem also has her cure buff on, so his damage output is also increased by a lot here. Alright, his additional ability is Brave Up buff long. Yeah. His buffs gets extended by 2 turns and he gains another 10k Brave, so if going by the past trends, I'm just gonna guess that's a 100% attack. It's a Brave game based on 100% of your attack stat right now, which is pretty standard. And I think he got a small max Brave up effect as well. Yeah, he went from 34 to 36k. 3 uses isn't too bad, but the number of turns the buffs extended isn't as good as I would like. Something is outside. Okay, EX. So that's around 6 to 8 hits. I'm not counting, and that's probably 200% overflow, which is pretty neat. Okay, so in using his EX, he gets 2 turns of the Phantom Rush buff here. And it's a perfect dodge. And after the dodge, he goes in for a counter. 8 hits plus HP damage. The second hit is twice as strong because they're incorporating the break side mechanic, visually at least, which is pretty neat. So yeah, that's probably what 8 is about, and that's his normal HP plus, which nobody's ever gonna use. Anyways, my thoughts, he definitely looks good, but I have some of my concerns. One of them is, of course, his skill use being 6 and 6. Even though his EX recasts pretty quickly, you're still gonna pretty easily run out of skills, and skill 1 gives 7 turns of buff, skill 1 gives 8 turns of buff, and skill 2 gives 7 turns of buff. But considering that his HP plus, well, let's just call that, well, the like speed jump plus is instant turn, and I think his speed is generally pretty quick. He might run into the trouble of running out of buffs to use before running out of skills. His additional ability only extends them by 2 turns, which total is only 6 turns, which isn't great. So he might have a longevity issue there. Yeah, his damage output looks good, especially, I mean, his EX out of Synergy did 76k. Well, granted that's with a REM max Brave up, but in an Aura party, that's pretty standard. So I don't think he's lacking in the damage department. He has a little bit of free turns from his HP plus. Yeah, his max upgraded HP anyways. So that helps a little. He can. Yeah, I think I'm pretty sure I'm gonna pull for him on my other account. In fact, yeah, I have enough resources for it. So also keep in mind that in the showcase videos, the characters don't have any artifacts. They don't have any summon boards. Summon boards right now is especially pretty important because they actually give, I think, 400 attack and 1000 max brave along with other things. That's pretty potent. So that's missing quite a bit. And also this team is of course not optimal. In the perfect environment that of course Ace will have his EX and hopefully he's lucky enough to either give the yellow card, which is attack and break aura, or the red card, which is attack aura. And Realm will probably have EX weapon too, so yeah. I like what I see. Uh, I think he's gonna benefit from Echo because the buff extension, and Yuna too. Because part of his damage output comes from his EX counter. He doesn't have a taunt though, so that's slightly problematic. If the enemy doesn't actively hit you, you are losing some damage output from his counter. But if you have the counter to go, he's also benefiting from brake batteries, obviously. More so because he can just like dump them with his counter if the opportunity allows for it. And having a defense down is pretty neat. Though I don't think it's that potent. It's probably 20 to 30% at best. Tomorrow the Famitsu article is gonna be up, so we can look at that. But yeah, I think 8 looks pretty nice. He of course doesn't have any party utility other than a self dodge, which is fine right now because of how they changed the dodge mechanic. I am not entirely certain about how long he's able to last on his own. I mean, granted, with batteries, it's going to be easier, and I'm going to pair him with Aiko. That's one thing I'm concerned about. His shaving ability doesn't also seem that strong based on the video, but again, the video doesn't really show optimal comp and doesn't show optimal buffs. So yeah, I think that's really all I have to say. Yeah, I'm just gonna end the video here.